Okay, and we are live.
Yay.
So we'll give some peeps a few minutes to hop on here and um, then we'll get started. Are you munching on anything?
I've got some crackers with me.
Yeah, you're bolder than me because I do cheese so that I don't go.
I probably won't eat it, but I do have some.
Okay. All right. Hello, hello. Come on in. Hello, Deb. Hello, Haley. Oh, hey, I forgot to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be present for tomorrow's Zoom?
I plan on it, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
I haven't
That's
seen the link,
awesome.
though.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You know, it's funny.
usually.
It's funny that you say that because Haley sent me a message earlier and said she didn't get the link, and she actually bought tickets. So I had to resend the link out to everybody. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why, but yeah, I'll send you a link. And if I forget when we get off of here, because I'll probably be a full glass in, then you don't need to remind me. Okay. Hello, Aaron. Hi, Haley. Hi, Deb. Hi, Becky. Don, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in forever. Angie, Rachel, Rhonda, Becky, hello. Hey, how do you say your cousin's name that said the other day that you have to teach me how to say her name?
Rochelle.
Rochelle, like with an O.
No, with an A. Rochelle.
Rochelle. How
Uh-huh.
have I been saying it? Just Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but say it again.
Rochelle. Just like
Rochelle.
Rochelle, but with an A.
Rochelle.
Yeah.
Okay. I will try to remember that. Hi guys, how you doing? Hello, hello. So welcome. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. I mean, we're still totally gonna do future without a filter, but there's something new that I kind of want to bring into um, these lives, and something that I think is gonna be really, really fun, really cool, and like super beneficial for you guys. You know, to decide on to help you make some decisions in the food area. So I'm glad you got your glass of wine, Rhonda. Do you have a glass of wine, Barb?
No.
Is it because you've been feeling sick?
Yeah.
I know I feel way worse if I drink when I'm sick. So that makes sense. I understand. We'll drink enough for you,
Okay.
and it'll be all right.
Sounds
So
good.
tonight we're actually going to do something kind of cool, and this was the particular thing that we are taste testing for you was brought to my attention by Barb. I had originally said that I wanted to do, and I don't even know if I'm saying this right, kombucha or kombucha. I don't know how to say it correctly because I've never tried that before. And people ask me all the time, have you tried it? What do you think? What's your favorite flavor? Like, because I am a psychic that I'm like into all these other hippie things, and it's just not necessarily the circumstance for me. So I've never tried that, but I think what you brought up is even cooler, mainly because it's new. So why don't you tell them? Why don't you tell them what we're going to be taste testing for them tonight?
We're going to be tasting the prebiotic sodas by Poppy. We
Okay,
got
so these are what they're showing us, and yeah, so prebiotic, which that's important that we have
mm-hmm.
those good for guts. It says no fake stuff.
Yeah.
Um, the only thing that scares me is that it says that oh well, welcome, Tiffany. I'm glad you're here. The thing that concerns me is the fact that it says it's well, let me see if you know what I think is concerning me on that bottle.
Let's see. It's got stevia in it, and that's not. What did you see it on just one of them, or did you see it on all of them?
It's on all of them.
Okay. Juice.
It's down the side.
Prebiotics infused with apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, that is it. That's it.
Why does that scare you?
I am not an apple cider vinegar fan. Although I will say that there was this really neat place here in Hannibal. It's closed down since, but geez, I cannot think of the name of it. And I know some people here in Hannibal are going to get mad at me for not remembering this, but it was I think it was two brothers that owned it. It was a restaurant downtown, and they used to have they used to put their vegetables and soak them in apple cider vinegar, and oh my
Hmm.
god, they were so good. They were just absolutely delicious. So maybe we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So for those of you joining us tonight, before we do our future with no filter subjects, we're just gonna do a few of them. We're not gonna try to be on here 2 hours again. Last time it about wore me out, and I'm thinking I don't know that I ever want to do that again. But if at any point in time any of you feel like you have a question for either one of us about anything, feel free to post it in the comments, and we'll hopefully try to read it. Okay, so I'm going to take one big drink of this wine, and then we can try whichever flavor you think.
Oh, I think the orange.
Okay.
Because I'm not a big orange fan, so I want to get it out of the way.
Okay. All right. All right. Mm.
It's even clear.
It is clear, and
yeah,
it smelled like weed the moment I opened it.
I can't smell, so that's probably a
well,
good
let me tell
thing.
you, it smells like weed. Did you pour it in a glass? It is yellow.
Yeah, it's kind of an off-white, off-clear.
Put it in front of you. We can't see you. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, here we go.
Not bad.
That isn't bad. It actually tastes like I'm trying to decide if I like it or not. It definitely doesn't taste like Mountain Dew, Kathy, at all.
No.
The first sip of it was you got the orange taste of like orange soda, which I actually like. I like orange soda. But by the second taste of it, I could taste the artificial sweetener.
Yeah.
I could really taste this like
Stevia.
Yeah. Okay, I'm always saying that wrong. I don't. Oh my god, it smells like weed. So if you are considering and when we get off of here, my kids know what I'm doing. And so they're excited to get back and try these drinks. So if you give one to your kid and they smell like weed after, that is why. Oh, really? That's interesting, Rhonda. I didn't know that. What are you basing that on? Rhonda says that stevia is worse for you than sugar.
Yeah,
so I
it
didn't
is. It is
really?
worse than sugar. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's artificial. It's not natural.
Okay.
The natural is a lot better.
Yeah, that's like a really simple way to put a spin on it. Okay, so for those of you just joining, like Lynn, she just asked, what is it? It is the new Poppy prebiotic soda for a healthy gut. And apparently it's supposed to be like a healthy soda. And I do have to say, right off the bat, it does taste like orange soda to me.
I don't think so much orange soda. I don't taste it. To me, it's more of a juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing, it says that it has stevia in it, but then it also says at the bottom of the can 5 grams of sugar.
Just sugar. Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Kind of sending some mixed messages there. I like where they're going with this. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the strawberry next because I'm not a big strawberry fan.
Ah.
You went for raspberry, didn't you?
No, I went with the strawberry.
Ooh, look at you, psychic friend. That smells like every kid's medicine I've ever tasted. I'm cleansing my palate. All right.
Well, I don't taste the strawberry.
Oh, okay. We're gonna see some ugly faces. Z made it.
Yes, she did. Hi, Chanty.
Hi, Shani. Um, so we're trying something new, Shani, and I'm planning on having you to do the same thing. Try some new foods. And I'm wanting to do Aldi brand versus Walmart brand, and then just new products, which BARB is the one that kind of put that idea in my mind. And so tonight she has us trying this prebiotic soda, and we tried the orange already.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're trying the strawberry, which is it yellow in your cup too? Because it just looks white to me.
Yeah, it's kind of clear. Almost looks like a white wine.
I am not a fan of this either.
No, I'm not either. And I like strawberry.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not a big strawberry fan. But again, so we're back here at, now this one doesn't say 5 grams of sugar.
No, it says 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sucks. But
Yeah.
now you guys know not to spend your money.
Yeah.
But we've got one left, and raspberry is probably one of my favorites. So let's give it a try. I will say that, this is not just strawberry. This is strawberry lemon.
Lemon. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice that, and I do taste.
I taste more than lemon.
Me too. I do. And I like lemon lime soda, but I think I like lemon lime soda by itself, without prebiotics, without stevia, without boppy. But
Rhonda wanted to know if it's got sugar, why the stevia? They're just
right?
calling the stevia sugar is all they're doing.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to hide the fact that it's artificial sugar.
Oh. See, I don't even see where it says stevia, but I believe, oh, there it is. Yeah. Yep. Sure the frick is. I don't taste any of the apple cider, so that kind of makes me happy.
Yeah.
The only one that smelled like weed when it first opened was the orange. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I like the smell of this one better than anything so far. I just hate stevia, or however you say that. And that's all you taste in that whole thing, is like you just mixed that stevia fake sugar with water, or carbonated water, or sparkling water or something. That's basically what it tastes like. So I can't even pick a favorite that I like out of these 3, which normally I would have us do that. But I can't even pick a favorite, because I'm just like, I don't even like it.
No, I don't like any of them.
So my suggestion, and no, there's no weed in it, Tiffany. But if the orange one, when I opened it up, it smelled like weed. These one more time, these are all supposed to be like a more natural, better for you soda. They've got prebiotics in them. They're called Poppy, and you can get them at Walmart, I'm sure anywhere else. But they do not taste well.
No.
And it's a good thing that we don't need sponsors for this show, because they would not want to be sponsors. But yes, save your money. That's what we're doing here. We are saving you money. Don't buy Poppy, because it sucks.
No. And to me, they all tasted the same. And maybe that's just because.
No, they did. It all tasted like lemon lime soda without sugar, with stevia, with like a horrible artificial flavor put inside. So to this, I say exactly what Z says: just buy wine.
There you go.
Okay, so we will make a note of that, Deb. Deb says we need to try the mushroom drinks. So maybe next time we will do mushroom when we're on here. Although I absolutely hate mushrooms. I can do mushroom soup. No, like it's not. Well, the mushroom soup I'm talking about is like broth. The broth you get from like the hibachi grill.
No, I don't even.
Nope. She said nope. Okay. Nope. All right. I get it. I understand. We'll have to do that with somebody else.
Yeah, I cannot stand the fungi.
Me neither. The idea of it makes me sick. I just
Yeah.
don't know if I could do it. But yeah, there's also this new thing called mushroom coffee, where people are comparing it to regular coffee and basically saying that not only is it 10 times better for you, which I find it hard, as Z just said,
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that mushroom coffee could ever taste as good as regular coffee. But I'm not a huge coffee fan either. So
Yeah, I don't drink coffee either, so
I went through a spell, you remember, it wasn't that
yeah.
long ago, where I woke up and I'm like, I drink coffee now.
Yeah.
That's what I do. She's like, what the hell made you want to start drinking coffee? I'm like, I don't know. But I just decided to do it one day. And I got the fancy like, well, I guess not the fancy, but like the bean crusher grinder thing. And I got the coffee and the special filters and all this stuff. And I enjoyed it for a couple weeks, but I noticed relatively quickly, I noticed a huge change in my pain tolerance. Like my body went from it just hurt a lot more. All the places that I had aches and pains in it was 10 times worse.
Wow.
So yeah, and that was just like after 2 months of using it, and as soon as I stopped, I haven't drank it since. So um, yep, that's exactly what I would think, Deb, is that it would be like a dirt
Dirt
flavor.
flavor. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, yeah, so let's get so Tiffany asked, what is Future with No Filter? And essentially what it is um myself and a dear friend of mine who also, I believe, possesses psychic abilities, joining me as we discuss topics, just random topics about how we feel intuitively they will be in the future. And on our last show, we talked about sports with Kelly, which her all three of her sons are big time baseball players, and so I thought it'd be interesting to get her play on what sports would be like in the future. And when I say in the future, I'm talking past our time. Okay, so like 60, 70 years from now. But things could always change sooner. Um, but my thought was that they are going to, at some point, create some sort of, I don't know. I think it's going to be almost like a grading system where these kids will go in and, they'll hit a ball and they'll run and they'll, slide into base, and all of these things, they're going to be hooked up somehow. And all of these things are going to kind of grade their ability based on whether or not they should be playing with other people. Like these kids are really good. These kids aren't as good. These kids aren't going to have as good of a chance, or these kids aren't going to be able to flourish because they're not even going to be able to play. Because we're always going to be playing the top guns. And so that came to me one night before I went to bed, and I brought that up to her and her husband, and because it was just so funny that her husband just happened to walk in, and he said that no, I think humans are too primal for that, and I can't disagree. I didn't say that we were going to get rid of, playing sports altogether at all. I just think that there's going to be
More streamlined.
yes, a grading system that is able to put kids together, whether you've got a second grader and a seventh grader who are on the same level, physically. So, and then I also think, and this is where he was coming in and saying, I don't really think this is going to be a thing, but and I don't disagree with him either. I mean, this is just something that I saw, and it was you remember when we like went in and really stopped doing anything together, and it was because of COVID. Well, just like all these Wii games and video games and things like that, I think that they're going to at some point create this virtual, I don't want to say virtual reality because I don't think it's going to be virtual reality. I think that they're still going to be using their skills to compete.
Yeah.
I think that they're still going to, you know, have to hit a certain way and, you know, just use their ability. But I think there's going to be this opportunity or this situation where sports in the future evolves to it's not always in person.
Well, they already got the e-games.
Yeah, but that's like a video game, right? Or is
Yeah,
it
but
not?
yeah, but any of the video games. So like with the Wii and all that, you
Yeah.
have all those competitions.
Well, I just feel like they're going to do something different with sports in the future. And again, I'm talking, you know, 60, 70 years from now, but um yeah, so that's a little taste of what we're kind of going to be talking about tonight. Of course, it'll be a um, completely different topic, and that brings me to our first topic. And I'm asking you this because I know that you are a Tesla driver. Well, hubby is, anyways. Um, where do you see, and just use your intuition here, or tell me what you really think. I don't care either way. Where do you see self-driving vehicles coming into play here? Or do you?
Oh no, I do. Because in reality, the Fords and everything, it's not just Tesla that has it. They all have the advanced cruise control. And I'm sure
Mhm.
your car does too. And they have the same feature. You go up to a four-way stop, but you don't have to, well, let me rephrase that. You go up to an intersection, like on 63, and there's a car that's wanting to go across the highway. Your car will automatically put the brakes on, thinking that car is going to go. I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically, I mean, it has
Yeah.
the
So
adaptive
you there.
cruise. Yeah. Yeah. I see it going through.
I do too. I do too. And if you have a comment on self-driving cars, you know what you see in the future, please drop it in the comments. But my thing here is, I'm talking like there was this TV show called Upload. Did you ever see that?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
I don't remember
It
it.
it was pretty interesting. Hello, Nicole. It was pretty interesting, but there was a point in time in the TV show where all the vehicles are self-driving, and I mean to the point where you just basically get in and you sit down. You
Yeah.
don't steer, you don't park, you don't stop, you don't go. You just tell the car where you want to go, and it takes you there. And something had happened um, in the process of this car self-driving itself, and it ended up killing the guy.
Hmm.
And that has been the only place that my mind can go. And so if we're considering, but seriously, I mean, you know, at one part of me thinks it's going to be way more safe, you know, because human error, we take the human error out, the vehicles can detect themselves, they can stop. And I myself, I drive an Audi, and I had never until just recently noticed the things that you're talking about. It's so funny because I had told Matt, I said, I think there's something wrong with this damn brand new car that I just bought. I'm so pissed. And, you know, I kept telling him that every once in a while, just randomly, really weird, it would, did I tell you about this?
Uh-uh.
It would like slam on the
Or,
brake, or it would like jump back. No, what I said was, I said, it would like kick back. Like the whole car will kick back randomly. And I complained and complained about this. And he was like, Brittany, I'm pretty sure you're just getting on the ass of cars too much, and your driver's assist is kicking in and it's pushing you back. And I mean, I had went so far as to call the freaking the dealership and complain about this. And so talk about mortified. But you know, so I think that human error is going to be I don't know. What do you think? What do you think human error versus the vehicle driving itself versus, and I'm like not talking what we have right now. I'm talking full on, you get
future.
in, you sit down. Yeah.
No, I don't see it being a good thing. I mean, you've got your computer glitches as it is. And can you
Yeah.
imagine a whole car
Oh
having
my
that
God,
computer
yes.
glitch? I mean,
I
all of a
never thought about
sudden,
that.
yeah, all of a sudden it's not able to do anything. Well, was it last weekend? We had to take the car in because the 12-volt battery was going bad. Well, it wouldn't charge a phone. It wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
play a radio because that 12-volt battery was bad. But yet we
Mm-hmm.
could charge the car, but the charge on the car would not power the rest.
Okay.
So I just don't see, even in the future, a full self-auto driving car. I think we're still going to need to use human interaction with it.
I agree with you in that it's not a good idea. I agree with you in that the computer part of it scares the shit out of me. I agree with you that it's not a good idea, but I do think that we will have one. It'll be, I don't know that it will be a standard for every car by any means, but I do think that it will most definitely be an option at some point.
Oh yeah.
And sadly, that's where I agree with you in your opinion is I think with that, you know, we're going to find out real quick that it's not the best idea. So Shani said, Chantel Renee Corvell, author of Aligning with the Divine, and one of my previous guests, the best friend, said artificial intelligence must be kept at bay. Some could say artificial intelligence is the Antichrist. One day we will find harmony. Till then, we should tread lightly. I agree.
Yep.
I agree with that. All the AI
Yep.
shit I'm seeing online, you know, it terrifies me. But then, you know, I think about our predecessors, our ancestors, our family, and them thinking about walking around with a computer. I mean, they didn't even know what a computer was, but a computer in your phone. To them, that was absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
And they probably would have said the same thing, the Antichrist. And so, you know, I take that into configuration, you know, as far as thinking like they thought at one point in time, because you know, I mean, I can just think about my grandparents talking about DVD and a CD player, and just, oh, it won't work. It's just another harebrained idea from China, you know. And then look, we've already passed that. So I come to think about it, I really feel sorry for like CD and DVD makers, because that was a real short period of time.
It was. It was
Like,
not near as long as what the VHS and that was.
no, I can't even think. I'm gonna have to look that up. When you know, when they started, and then when Netflix came in to play.
Yeah.
Poor Blockbuster. I can remember going into Blockbuster and getting so excited to rent a movie, and oh, can we please get the candy too? Can we please get the candy too? And I grew up in a super tiny town, and we had it's called Ice House Video in Palmyra, Missouri, and we could walk there and we'd pick out videos and walk back. Which, looking back on that, like, I would never ever let my kids do that, but it is what it is.
It was a different
Yeah.
time then.
Oh my God. You know, it was. It really was. And I love talking to you about this kind of stuff, because you raised your kids at that time, and then I'm raising my kids at this time. And, you know, so I don't know if, I don't know. I probably just worry too much, which a lot of people would tell me that I worry too much.
No.
There are and have been hydro cars that run on water. I've heard of that.
Yep.
I have heard of that. I've never heard them called hydro cars. And the first thing that comes to my mind, and I know this isn't what you're talking about, but what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I think of the
I think of the
hovercrafts.
Oh, hovercraft. Okay. I think of the ducks in Branson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The ducks, which they don't have the best rap, but yeah. So I do think that we will see a completely self-driving car. I don't think we will. I think our grandchildren maybe great-grandchildren, we'll probably see a fully self-driving car. But I don't think it's gonna go over well.
No, I don't think so either.
Not at all. All right, so, what are your thoughts on
Oh God.
Oh, well, I was getting ready to ask something. I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on that." I got all kinds. I got all kinds here. This is an interesting one, and I know that it kind of because I know you use a lot of holistic products, at least that I want to give a shout out to the lady that you
Aroma spa. Aroma
yeah,
spa.
what's her
Connie.
name?
Connie
Okay,
Jacoby. Yeah.
Connie Jacoby. Yeah, I know. Okay, hold on, real quick. Smartphones came out in 2008. Crazy how things have changed. Oh my God, I know. Yeah, we're babies learning to manage this technology. I know. And I feel like every time I turn around, there's something new that I have to learn how to do or to figure out, and it goes so fast and it happens so fast. It's I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't think there's any slowing down. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So what are your thoughts on milk in the future? And the reason I ask this, milk, yes, like cow milk, but the reason that I ask this is because there's been so much talk about how hormones from milk will affect you. There's been a lot of stuff research that points to breast cancer being possibly caused by milk. So what is your thoughts on that?
Oh, I really don't know. I can see it causing problems. I mean, you figure the grass, everything that the cows eat, and that's all sprayed and chemicals, and
I never
the
thought
chemicals
about
aren't.
that.
Yeah, the chemicals aren't
That's
good.
huge.
Yeah, I mean,
As I eat
so
my
I can
cheese.
see that being bad for us, and the milk being contaminated, and yeah, I can see
Right.
that being issues in the future.
I do, and I feel like I continue to see. This is so crazy. I want to bring this up because I told Matt not long ago. I said, if you want to invest in a stock, invest in oat milk, because I had a vision of it. Now I don't know anything about stocks. I don't invest. I know nothing about it. I immediately went to look at like what types of brands there even were, and there's several brands out there, but there was only one. I think, stock that you could buy into, and that was for Oatly. Now, I will tell you, I found it interesting that they said that because I absolutely love oat milk. I love it. I would prefer oat milk over cow's milk, which is what I grew up on, any day. I purchase cow's milk because that's what my kids prefer. That's what they get at their dad's every other weekend. But we're slowly making the transition, and to they prefer almond milk, and of course I prefer something different. So it's not going to be easy on me. Can't take the easy way out. But I see. I don't know how to. I don't know exactly what I see. I'm kind of like you in that respect. But I do feel like I see something huge happening with milk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not ready to give up cheese. I don't know that I ever will be.
No.
Did you ever watch What the Hell? Okay. Well, there's a documentary, and then there's you can listen to it on Audible, and there's a book. And after watching it, or after hearing it, listening to it, I could never listen to it again. I think I lost like 15 pounds after I listened to it. And yeah, Chantel, let's do that. Let's try vegan cheese next time you're on. That's a great idea. Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm willing to try it as long as it's not like cow balls or, just meat in general. I'm more than willing to try it. And I took this page out of one of my favorite YouTubers' books, Rhett and Link. That's what they do. They have something called the Mythical Kitchen, and they try all these amazing different brands and things like that, and they compare them. And I just find it so fascinating, and it's so interesting to me that I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. But yeah, I'm not ready to give up my cheese yet. But in this book, they talk about like how much, I'm going to get sick just saying this. They talk about how much pus is allowed in the manufacture of cheese, in the manufacture of milk, in the manufacture of really anything. They break down like what you're eating as far as an egg and what it is. And, I think that you have to be able to view this from an objective perspective. If you can't, don't even mess with it, because you're going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, oh, they'll say this is bad for you too, or you're going to die from it first, you're going to die from something, or what, like everybody can find some reason to fight with people on stuff like that. But I, for some reason, just feel like I see this. I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm scared of where I see milk going, mainly because I love cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know back when the boys were young, our oldest was, well, even our youngest was allergic to milk.
Oh.
And back in 94, when we found all this out, they didn't have the oats and they had the soy, but they didn't have almond milk or anything. And we were to give them rice milk. And let me tell you, that is not milk. I bought some, and we had one container, and we threw it out. When you poured it, it was like water with white coloring going through it. It was horrible. It was nasty.
I've never even heard of rice milk.
Yeah, it was the only thing they had back then. So
Haley, what is Willet wine? Because I'm not for sure where to go from there. I've heard of it. I'm drawing a blank. Goat milk. Oh, Z, I don't think I could do that. There's something foul or off about the smell of goat anything. I can't do it. Yes. Good mythical morning joke. You're right. Yeah, I knew. I was like, I know I've heard of this, but I don't know how or why. Or yeah, that's funny. I love them. So I was wondering if you have anything that you want to surprise me with about the future.
Oh, I don't know. Let me think about it.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. The other day I was coming out of Walmart, and I was getting ready to get in my vehicle, and I heard this really loud beeping noise. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I turned around, and the vehicle behind me was backing up. Now, I came this close to getting hit, because if I hadn't heard this huge loud beeping, and this was coming out of like a regular SUV, I cannot for the life of me remember what the type of SUV it was, because I was so blindsided by the fact that this thing was making a noise that like a freaking piece of equipment makes when it backs up on a construction site. But I was like, oh my God, that is brilliant. That is an excellent idea. And just like all of my other visions come, this happens. This is going to be a thing. This is going to be a thing, which makes perfect sense to me. And I'll tell you why. I can't tell you how many times I have read someone who has lost a child due to, and I'm telling you, it's so creepy how often this happens, but who has lost a young child to accidentally running over their own child.
Yeah. It's sad.
I mean, it is so sad. And so that's when we come right back to, computers and having this brake assist and backup and da-da-da-da. So it's almost like we have to find a really fine line, or we have to find some sort of balance here with that type of thing. But I do find it really interesting. I think that noises are going to become a part of. It's gonna be like every time you're coming out of Walmart, you're like, meh, meh, like nonstop. Everybody's gonna be doing, and yeah, I'm sure there'll be some option to turn that off. But the fact that this car had that blew my mind. And I guess I should have been paying more attention, but I mean, it saved me.
Well, and it's going to be the same thing with everything, though. I mean, if every car has it, you're going to become so attuned to it and just ignore that you're even hearing it.
Yep.
I
You
mean,
know, it's weird when we think about things like that. Like we get numb
yeah.
to so many things, and so then every few decades they have to change things up on us. Isn't that funny?
Kind of like adding the warning on your cars. Did you check your back seat?
Yeah. I forgot that they're doing that now in some of them. I just read an article the other day where this woman and they didn't make it clear how this happened, but she didn't just lose her 3-year-old in an overheated car. She lost her husband at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't. She didn't make it clear. Basically, just said she lost her husband and son. So I kind of wondered if maybe like he had something to do with the son dying and that, and then he ended up committing suicide or something. My cards just flew everywhere.
Or did he pass out or something?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that actually I didn't think about that as an option. But yeah, that
Like a
that
medical
makes sense.
emergency or something.
Right, right,
Okay.
right. And then but she lost both her husband and her
Oh,
3-year-old, and it just made me sick. And so yeah, had that been in place, a big loud noise beeping, because they if they can put something in the car that makes it ding so effing annoyingly until you put your seatbelt on, because it can detect whether or not there's weight in the seat. They
yeah.
should be able to put something in the car that detects whether there's weight in the seat, and if the temperature of the car gets to a certain amount, it's just blaring inside and out, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many people that would save?
Yeah. Save a lot, I think.
Z has a
Okay.
question. Do you want to read that?
The one from Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about living on another planet eventually? And which planet do you think?
I like that question. I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, gosh. Eventually, yeah, I think we will have another planet to live on. But I don't know. Yeah, Mars, I think would probably be the most logical one, because I don't think they'll ever colonize the moon or anything like that. But yeah, Mars.
I agree 100% with both of those. I think we're further away from it though than kind of cool. I think we're further away from it than most people realize, which kind of intrigues me, because when we think about Elon, Elon Musk, I think he's already trying to figure this out, and I think they're working on the technology, but I don't see that we're there yet. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like if it was there, it would be something that we could keep hidden. But then we go into aliens, and then we go into everything else, and everything else
Yep.
that's been hidden from us. But that's a really, really good question, and I like that. And
It is.
I absolutely believe that I believe that we will be able to form a new society, a new world on a different planet. But and I think that other individuals are doing that already on other planets. But I
Yeah.
just don't think we're there yet. I love what Dawn said. Did
Yeah,
you
I do
read
too. I
that?
was reading
Oh
that.
my
Yeah.
God, Dawn, you are so
And
on
that's true.
point.
Yeah.
Right? What
Yeah.
keeps them from not wanting to do the same thing that we're doing?
Exactly. Exactly.
Chantel Z, anybody else? Everybody, look at Dawn's comments. So, on the subject of AI, once it expands enough, it will want to have a human experience just as we have a
Hmm.
spirit one.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So true. Okay.
And
I
I
do have
think,
a, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead because I want to change the subject. Go ahead.
No, I cannot say how much I agree enough. So, but yes, go ahead.
Okay. Um, you asked a bad question. What do you think with this just happening in the news about Yellowstone? Are we getting ready to have a big explosion there since it's been dormant so long?
Oh, yeah, that's rough. I think that we have enough information about it right now and I think enough people are working on it that we could possibly get ahead of it. But I also have to say, especially when it comes to things like this, I stay so far out of the news, everything,
Mhm.
because if I ever do get a vision, it's usually going to come from left field. It's not going to come from, necessarily watching.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that I'm not tuning into that frequency. It's just my ego is instantly drenched in what other people think. So fill me in more because I don't know enough to make an informed decision. I don't need to know anything to make an intuitive decision. I feel like I've already done that. But fill me in and I'll try to make an informed decision.
Well, and I don't watch the news either, just catch a glimpse here and there because I prefer not to know what's going on because I think they just fantasize and make things 10 times worse than it should be. But anyway, there was an explosion at, I think it was close to Old Faithful, and it blew rocks out, and they actually shut down part of around Old Faithful because it did explode. Now they're saying
When
that
was this?
earlier this week, I believe,
Okay.
but they are supposedly saying that geological, nothing's changed, it's still dormant and everything. It was just this pressure or whatever being relieved.
Yeah.
So,
I for some reason I just have I go with the first thing that I say and I feel, and what I feel is no. I think that they're going to get a handle on this. The fact that it happened is kind of probably um, is like a hey, this is a warning. Figure out how to relieve this pressure, or figure out how to work through this. Now, that's not to say it won't still be in the news. That's not to say
right,
little things won't still happen. But I think one giant, just we no longer have a quarter or half or all of Yellowstone. I just don't see it. But it is funny that you brought up the word "Oh Faithful," even though that's where it happened, because I didn't know about that. Because I had just mentioned Old Faithful like last week to Pat Kearns. So I wish we could tap into Old Faithful and keep you around forever. And so if she's watching, how funny is that? I'm just going to remind
yeah.
you about that. But yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I just seen Nicole's on here. I agree, Nicole. I was wondering about the New Madrid fault too, because it's due to erupt too before too long.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If they're expected to have a situation and if something's supposed to happen, why aren't we doing anything or is it just like we don't have the equipment or we don't know what to do?
I don't think they have really any way of stopping an earthquake. And
So
that's
that's
what
essentially what it is.
yeah, that's what the
Okay.
New Madrid fault is. And that's the one that it's down in the boot hill of Missouri, but it went clear up through the whole state of Missouri. I think it was in the 1800s that it was such a devastating earthquake.
Oh my God. It's weird that you said that because I don't I don't remember. I'm looking at my map over here.
Hmm.
Where did you say that the Madrid was? Southern
Um,
Missouri?
yeah, down towards the boot hill.
Okay, well, the moment you said that, I went straight to Arkansas
Yeah,
and I
it,
got major anxiety in Arkansas. So maybe there's going to be something with that. I don't know. I
well,
think with
it,
Yellowstone, it's such a treasure.
oh yeah, yeah. Do you think any of the modern day things are causing any of this? Like the fracking, the drilling, or anything like that?
I do. Yes, 100%. I do. Kind of reminds me of, and this is a really dumb analogy, but it kind of reminds me of when you go into an old house and you start knocking around and you wake up all the spirits in it, and weird shit starts happening, and it's really kind of out of your control after that. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do. I absolutely think that. Okay, so Nicole, what about Poppy? Is she talking about the soda? Or what is she? I don't know. Oh, Pompey. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
Pompeii. Yeah,
Okay.
in Italy. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to all of that. And I kind of feel bad that I don't. But at the same time, with what happened, I actually literally try to go in the opposite direction of politics and really want nothing to do with them. Don't want to know anything about them. And that's how the whole situation with seeing Trump get shot came into my line of sight. So I guess it's not such a bad thing. I won't complain about,
Yeah.
not knowing everything that you guys know. Yeah, she's Haley Jason. Haley Joseph. We've been pissing Mother Nature off. I like that. Absolutely.
Yes.
She's a bear you don't want to poke.
Yeah.
Mount Helen. Okay, this is so weird because I get major anxiety when I think about that too. But I think it's because as a child, I saw something, some kind of movie or something about Mount Helen or St. Helen or something, and it struck a nerve with me. I don't remember what that was.
Are you sure you've seen a movie and you're not remembering it actually going off?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was like, yeah.
It was in the 80s, I believe.
Well, I was born in 88, so I don't think I would remember that. Well, would I?
You may have heard about it. I can't remember when exactly it did erupt.
I think that, and this might not even have anything to do with that, but I think that this was called Breaking Dawn or At Dawn or something like that, where this grandma jumps out of her. It's a movie. This grandma jumps out of this canoe and walks in acid to save her kid. Oh my God, it was horrible. And I was like, I don't ever want anything to do with this. Yeah. No, that's what it was. That's what it was. So yeah, that's, when I think about stuff like that, I would say that's the closest that I come to politics and that's the stuff that bothers me. And I'm not just talking about global warming and, environmental, stop using plastic, we need to recycle more. It's stuff like this, to me, that is the stuff we really need to pay attention to, which I am not paying attention to. But thank you to the people that are, like you, like yourself. I appreciate it. So I got one more for you.
Okay.
I got one more. And I'm asking you this because I know that you got the grounding mat. But do you see grounding becoming more of a staple, just like going to work out at the gym?
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
I do. I think the schools are going to incorporate it more.
Oh my God, I do
which
too.
really surprises me because I didn't realize this until I was talking to Brennan a couple weeks ago. They were actually teaching him meditation in school. I was very shocked because
Matt just answered with that movie that I saw that frightened me for life.
Yep.
Yeah. Did that have anything to do with Mount Helen or St. Helen?
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyways, I want to go yeah, meditation. They were teaching meditation when I was in high school. So, which, wasn't that long ago, a couple years. So I know that we're getting to, I completely agree with that. But grounding?
Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's going to be a big thing coming up. I really do.
Tell them about your mat. Have you even used it?
Yeah, it's on my bed. It just lays across your bed. At first, I could see a difference, and I don't know if I'm just so used to it now, I'm not noticing anything. But the first couple times I used it, it was like you got almost a tingly sensation.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, I can't remember who it was. Oh, a friend of mine in Arkansas. She actually got the full sheet set. I haven't talked to her to see how she likes it.
In Arkansas, you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's just a long sheet and it just goes across the bed.
So, the Indians used to say that wearing shoes will make you sick. They still say that to this day.
Yeah.
They say wearing shoes will make you sick. So that's and that's in reference to grounding and putting yourself out there. But there's this really cool thing going around, and if I remember, and I can find it, there's video where they're holding. I don't remember if it's like a battery tester or something, but it like everything changes when you step from out of your shoes to onto the ground. And I don't need to know the science behind it. I go by how it makes me feel energetically, and I instantly know. Yeah, that's what it is. Sis. It's an EMF reader. But I instantly know that I need to ground, and I'll go out there and I'll do it, and I'll do it in the dead of winter. So I'm considering getting a mat, seriously, because you just plug it in like it's electricity, but it's not.
Yeah, it just goes in the grounding port, the little circle that's on the
Bottom part.
Yeah.
Like there's two, and then there's
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's the ground. So it just plugs into that.
So Chantel said we are electromagnetic beings, and we need to be grounded to the Earth's magnetism. Proven science. I know. I've seen it, and I love
Yep.
it. We used to be barefoot all the time. Now our rubber shoes are the barrier to our connection to Gaia. Oh, I love that. Doesn't she have like a beautiful way of always putting a spin on things?
She does.
Oh man, she's something. But yeah, that's exactly how I feel right there.
Yeah.
And people laugh at me. This isn't about fucking hugging trees. I'm not hugging trees. I'm not smoking weed. I'm not growing my hair out. This is not like hippie stuff. This is scientifically proven studies that have made a world of difference in so many people's lives, and you just can't ignore it.
No.
You just can't.
And it makes you feel so much better when you are. I mean,
100%.
It's amazing how much you feel better.
My kids will always run around barefoot, and I get so angry at them, and they'll look at me and they'll be like, I'm just grounding. I'm like, okay, yeah, and I've told them a million times, if you want to ground, you stand in one spot. Running is going to get your feet cut open. Of course, 15, 20 minutes later, oh my God, I cut my foot open. How are you always right about everything, Mom? I love you too, Shani. All right, so it is 7:29. That is a number I would like all of you guys to look up. I'm gonna give it a quick look right now because I'd like to end it with that. Numerology is the universe's way of connecting with us, and it's going to be my next book. I feel like the universe has a message for us in literally every number that catches our attention, and so that is how I'd like to leave it. So 729 signifies that your faith and trust in the angelic and spiritual realms has opened doors for you and opportunities that will assist you along your path. Have confidence that they have appeared in life for an important purpose or reason, and encourage you to listen to your inner wisdom and intuition and continue on your current path with enthusiasm and passion. I love that. 729 also may tell about a time of reconnection to your own purpose and meaning in life, the values of peace, balance, and harmony within. And it's just so crazy that is what that's about. And we were just talking about grounding.
Yes. Perfect.
I know. This life is so magical, and it's so perfect, and it's so wonderful. And if you'll allow yourself to experience all the amazing, beautiful synchronicities that the universe has in store for you, I mean, it'll just blow your mind. And you are one of the people that have noticed this the most, I would say, within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Opening up to, because I always say synchronicity is the universe's way of saying you have hit an alignment with us. If you bring something up, a mouse, and then 5 minutes later you see a picture of a mouse on the TV, or this stuff is happening with us all the time with me and my children. I'll say a word, and then 10 minutes later, maybe even 5 minutes later, sometimes right at the very moment that I'm saying said word, it will happen on the television, and we all just like, wow. And so they think that I'm some real cool, scary badass, but really I know it's just synchronicity, but I don't need to tell them that. But synchronicity is the universe's way of saying, we see you. We hear you. This shit's real. For real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we tasted some prebiotic soda, and it tasted like shit. One smelled like weed. We talked future cars. We talked future sports. We talked, what was the other thing we talked about?
Nature.
We talked about nature. We talked about explosions. We we talked about, there was one other thing in the very beginning, and now I can't remember. But we covered quite a bit tonight.
Yes, we did.
And I am officially 2, almost 3 glasses in now, and I just keep pouring while you're talking. It's worked out real well for me. Nobody has noticed. No, I didn't drink much wine tonight, Deb, and I think that I'll take that as a moment to tell you that I am going to sort of rebrand my Friday night shows. It's not that I don't want to get drunk, but it's just that I don't want to be drunk every single Friday. And it's super fun. But another thing, my guides also brought this to me last week after my show. And they were like, listen, somebody else is doing this and they're doing a real good job about it. But you don't have to do this. We actually want you to use whatever it is inside you and bring that out to us. And I was just kind of like, whoa, okay, yes, sir. And so I immediately went to redoing my graphic. And don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna be drinking. I love my wine and I love my cheese, and it's just not a good time unless I'm having both at the same time. But and now, it's perfect timing for me, because before I was starting the show like wasted. Now I'm ending the show wasted, and I can go and enjoy it without feeling like an idiot.
Yeah.
So so a little bit of rebranding there, but I feel confident about it, and I'm loving it, and I'm really enjoying doing this, and I hope to keep doing it. So thank you all so much for being here with us. Thank you, Barb. You are incredible and you rock. To all of you, see. And you said I didn't drink much, Deb. To all of those who don't know who Barb is my incredible assistant. You'll see her at all of my live shows, checking you in, and at the Zooms. You'll see her at the classes, and you'll see her on here again, I'm sure. So
hey, don't forget, next Friday or next Saturday we're in Kansas City.
That's right. Next Saturday we are in Kansas City, and I think we're below 20, maybe even 10 tickets. I haven't looked yet. I cannot believe, because we raised it to 80 people and we have almost sold out to 80 people. Good. So that is almost sold out. And then tomorrow I have a online Zoom event. See, you're the only one out of anybody that I've had on here that would remind me to promote my own stuff at the end. But yeah, tomorrow we've got a mediumship Zoom event. We still have tickets available, and that is 25 people or less. I don't even think we're at 10 people yet. So tomorrow's going to be a pretty intimate show. If you are interested in possibly connecting, tomorrow would probably be your best bet. It's going to be 1 p.m. On Zoom. Come in from your own home. You can just sit there and you can get drunk while I don't get to. So there's that. And then where are we at next? The 17th, we're in Moberly.
Yep. And so then first, we're in Kirksville for the Tarot class. Yes.
Tarot class. So if you're interested in learning Tarot, if you haven't learned Tarot yet, we will be in Kirksville August 31st, teaching it at SIP, which what is better than Tarot and wine? I don't know. I don't think there's anything. You get a real message once you get all toasty. All right. You are amazing, and I love you so much. Namaste, lady. Thank you guys for being a part of tonight. You rock. We'll see you next Friday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.